and welcome to round 4 at Buckmore Park of the Daytona DMAX Championships. It's our Light Heats Championships, which has been a fantastic championship so far. Behind me, Heat 2 is just getting underway, and with changeable conditions here in the southeast of England, it's going to make things very, very tricky for our light drivers. Heading into this round, Axel Slijepcevic has a good lead after 3 rounds of 22 points over Max O'Shaughnessy. Max, though, has looked like one of the quickest drivers we have here at Buckmore Park this weekend, and is my tip for the win in this round. Don't count out Cameron Noble in 3rd in the championship. He won last time out at PFI. And also look out for Dante Dillon. He's looked very quick, currently 5th in the championship and looking to take another trophy home here from Buckmore Park. Heat 2 is getting underway now, but let's head straight to the final here at Buckmore Park.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last race of the day here at Buckmore Park in Kent in England. And we're going to be getting underway very shortly with the round 4 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Light Heats final here at Buckmore Park. Alongside myself, Alex Goldschmidt, it's Andrew Mather. Andrew, another cracking set of racing we've had today, and the lights have been no exception. Just talk us through with regards to our winners. Oh, and it looks like we're going to go green early before we've even gone through the grid, and it looks like Max O'Shaughnessy and Cameron Noble on the front of the row there. And they're 3 wide trying to go through, and Max O'Shaughnessy is trying to go round the outside of Cameron Noble, isn't making it stick. But that's Dante Dillon, and I think Axel Slijepcevic is there as well in the mix. And that's Dante Dillon and Axel Slijepcevic battling over 2nd place. And they're going at least 3 wide coming out of that turn 4 hairpin. So that was a brief, we didn't even have time to run down what happened earlier on.
Well, yes, we've had 3 different winners so far today in the heats. Ethan Suter won the 1st heat, Cameron Noble the 2nd, and Max O'Shaughnessy the 3rd. So, but really, this heat final is completely open. So many drivers with a chance to win as they come to finish lap 1. So close already. Everyone's still in the running in this one, but it's Cameron Noble leading from Axel Slijepcevic in 2nd. Dante Dillon
Slijepcevic has taken the lead going into turn 3 there. Dante Dillon's following suit. There's Zach Swannell there as well, trying to barge his way past Cameron Noble, with Max O'Shaughnessy making light of that opportunity up into 4th place, as all 5 of them battling over the lead go down the hill into turn 7. And O'Shaughnessy was thinking of a move onto, I think that was Zach Swannell there. And there's yellow flags at the bottom of going towards turn 7.
Yeah, can't quite see what that is for. It might be someone on the first part of the time sweep off driver's left. The flag's away now.
It's Axel Slijepcevic now in the lead, ahead of Dante Dillon. Cameron Noble down to 3rd place ahead of Zach Swannell. And Max O'Shaughnessy is still there in touching distance in 5th place at the moment.
So Dante Dillon, is that Noble trying to go around the outside of Dante Dillon?
And that was Zach Swannell trying to pump the pair of them forward as O'Shaughnessy goes past into 4th, down into turn 7. This is really elbows out this afternoon in the lights final, especially from Zach Swannell.
Looks like, is that Richard Lacey going up the inside? Yes, it is. Richard Lacey up the inside, I think into 5th place. Let's see as they come through.
And Max O'Shaughnessy's dropped to 6th as a result. So whether there was more contact possibly from turn 7 beyond.
And 3 wide going into hairpin 1. This is brilliant stuff. Now 2 wide, and that looks like Swannell has made his way. Yes, he has, through into 3rd place.
Dante Dillon nearly went with him into
sorry, no, it's 2nd place.
At 2nd place. So Cameron Noble now, who's currently 3rd in the championship behind O'Shaughnessy and Slijepcevic, who's trying to get away.
And Dante Dillon has just set the fastest lap of the race of 45.221. We know he has more pace. He's been down in the low 44s at stages today.
Max O'Shaughnessy got the inside into turn 4 on Dante Dillon. The pair are resuming their duel from the light enduro from side by side, but that was very, very close, and a little bit of runoff area used there by Dante Dillon as they went down into turn 7. As Cameron Noble, I think, has just tried to go up the inside of Max O'Shaughnessy. He has. He's taken. No, that's Sam Lovelace.
And a bit of a lunge there from the 7 on the 16.
And Swanel is really reeling in Axel Slijepcevic for the lead of the race for the final race of the day, as the Lights Heats final is really proving to be full of fireworks, left, right and centre, up and down, left and right, and whichever way you want to turn, because Zach Swanel has really charging towards Axel Slijepcevic, who initially made a good getaway, built a bit of a gap, but then Zach Swanel has really been up in the pace, and he's not that far behind, a couple of cars lengths as they go towards turn 1. Zach Swanel is really closing.
And a new fastest lap from Swanel.
He's got up the inside, but look at that, Slijepcevic takes the pace back. Swanel literally outbraked himself going into turn 3. Thought he had the move made, but oh no, Axel Slijepcevic had a number of his own to throw back at him.
And meanwhile, up at the front, Slijepcevic still leads. Swanel second as they come up over the hill. Oh, very wide indeed was the 25.
And there was a gesticulation there from Axel. I don't know what that was in relation to, but the pair were side by side coming through. Axel did mount the curbs.
And up the inside goes Swanel. Swanel's going to take the lead here at hairpin 1. Now I don't know whether there was a bit of bumping. It was out of our view through Cafe Corner, but no matter, because right now on the road, Zach Swanel is your new leader of this race.
And Max O'Shaughnessy is being pressurised by Sam Lovelace for 5th at the moment, as the pair are behind Dante Dillon in 3rd and Cameron Noble in 4th, as there's a 6-car train going down the hill into turn 7.
And is that Dante Dillon? Is that Dante Dillon down at the Damon Hills chicane? That's a potential podium gone for Dillon.
As the complete field has been told to slow down with full course yellows. So we're just waiting to be given the nod to go green once again for the last couple of minutes or so.
Now this is something we've got to keep an eye on, because the drivers are meant to keep the same gaps. Swanel has just done a lap that's 3 seconds quicker, or the best part of 3 seconds quicker than Slijepcevic on that last lap. He's got to back that gap back up, and I think he's doing so now.
Which is a very good call, but he's been told to slow down as well.
Well, now he's slowed down too much, and he's let Slijepcevic get right onto the back end of him.
All I'm going to say is, when we go green...
Dante Dillon's back out on track. He's picked up a new kart.
Well, that's good to see. So here we go. I think we're going green this time round. And green flags have been waved, and it's battle resumed between Axel Slijepcevic and Zach Swanel.
And there's going to be a run here.
Slijepcevic actually goes up the inside of Swanel. Swanel bumps the back of him into turn 2, takes the lead back once again, but Slijepcevic fights back with a move of his own up into turn 3. The pair are side by side.
If he holds on to that.
Slijepcevic, I think, has got the racing line. He has. The pair come out of turn 4, head down into turn 5. Axel Slijepcevic retakes the lead. Great moving from Slijepcevic there as he heads down into turn 7. But Zach Swanel really will be out to get past back Slijepcevic, heading towards the penultimate lap of this race.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic from Slijepcevic. Swanel, I'm afraid, was so busy waving his arms around about the yellow flags and the full course yellow coming. Slijepcevic was on the ball. Slijepcevic pounced, and Slijepcevic is now into the lead.
So, in other words, Zach Swanel, you got caught napping. And Slijepcevic is still ahead. The gap is very minor, but I think that Slijepcevic, if he keeps that card as wide as possible, as there's a brilliant move, and Max O'Shaughnessy is up into 3rd now. I think that was
Cameron Noble.
That was Cameron Noble. Sam Lovelace goes back up the inside into turn 3, and who's that behind them? I think that is Josh Craft. Josh Craft goes up into 5th place there, going into turns 5, 6, down into 7.
Absolutely brilliant to see Joshua Craft back up there. He had a bit of a bad time in the Enduros, but he's here in the top 10, solidly in the top 10, and looking like he can get good points. We're going in past 11, and it is the final lap.
So here we go. It's all out war between Slijepcevic and Swanel for the race win here at Buckmore Park. And there was a bit of bumping there from Zach Swanel, so he's really got to watch what he's doing at the moment, because otherwise race control will penalise him. The pair come through into turn 4 for the final time. They're coming into turn 5 and 6.
Well, actually, at the moment, with all this bumping, in fact, that last one, Swanel actually gave Slijepcevic a bit of an advantage. He pushed him on and actually lost his own momentum. Anyway, down into the bottom of the circuit, into Garda. On up the inside, he's gone on the inside. They're pod to pod. Who's going to come through the centre chicane?
They're side by side coming up the hill. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a photo finish. Here it is, and it is. I think it is Axel Slijepcevic who takes it by a whisker.
He does.
Fantastic, fantastic. Zach Swannell, you just got served, mate. You just got served. 0.048 at the stripe. Axel Slijepcevic, what a last chance manoeuvre. Fantastic racing from the pair of them. Max O'Shaughnessy will be very, very happy with the last step on the rostrum, with a credible third place ahead of Sam Lovelace. Joshua Craft up into fifth at the end ahead of Cameron Noble. Richard Lacey takes seventh ahead of Ethan Suter, with Matthew Bees taking a top 10 finish in ninth ahead of Jake Gillette. Graham Cobb, Sammy Venables, Charlotte Manton, Andrew Hunt, Adam Weller, Luke Roberts, Dane Christensen and Dante Dillon complete the final finishes for today, with Anatoly Juko and Nathan Ballard the last of the non-classified finishers. So that's it for round 4 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Championship. We'll see you next month at Shennington.
Another podium, another trophy to take home from Buckmore Park.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was constantly swapping positions, and I didn't quite know where I was going to finish. But unfortunately for Dante, he lost a wheel. But if that didn't happen, I think he would be standing here instead of me.
Well, I think that's very gentlemanly to say. I think both of you have done so well today, and yeah, it's a shame you couldn't have got both of you on the podium. But very well said. Hope we see you going back up the front later in the season. Let's move on to Zach. Where do we start with that? So led for a while. I want to start with the full course yellow. What was happening? What was happening there?
I slowed down to what I call 3/4 race speed. Axel, I think, slowed down to half race speed, and I got confused. And I wanted him to catch up. He didn't, so I slowed right down. And I had half the marshals telling me to go faster, and I had half the marshals telling me to slow down, and I didn't know what to do. Then restart. Guy waving a green flag, board saying yellow, so I didn't go. He did. He won. But that's not to say he didn't deserve it. It was a very good drive.
There's some good moves that you did in the early part of the race. Really impressive seeing you come through. I think you were about 5th or 6th on the early laps. It seemed like you were charging through there.
I honestly couldn't say. I started 11th. I had a terrible first few heats. And I just drove with a devil-may-care attitude from there on, and it didn't work until the final. I just kept going for it, keep going until I hunted him down. So that was the idea.
Well, keep it up, and maybe we'll see you on the top step in future rounds. Well done, Zach. Let's move on to Axel. Axel, 0.5 of a second. Yeah. You must have been clenching in that kart on that last lap. Just talk me through those last few laps and the battle with Zach.
Yeah, well, I came into this second to last corner. I came on the inside, and I thought, as I came out of the corner first, I had a little bit of gap. I thought I had it. Park it in the middle, make sure I have a good exit. From out of nowhere, great move down the inside. I managed to hang it around the outside, and then we're side by side all the way up through the swirling complexes, and I was just in front, literally that much. So. Very happy, yes.
Another win, another trophy to take home, and I'm pretty sure you've extended your championship lead as well. You've got to be feeling pretty good, pretty confident at this stage of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't expecting a win at all. I don't know this track very well, so I'm very, very happy about the result.
Well done, Axel. Hope it continues, and keep pushing for those championship points. That's all we've got time for here at Buckmore Park for round 4 of the Daytona DMAX Championships. Our lightweight drivers have put on a fantastic show today in the heats, and if you want to join them for rounds 5 and beyond through the season, all you need to do is go on the website and call us on the number below.